I'm at Mount Glorious. About 200 meters further down the track here is Greens Falls. I was here doing a YouTube tutorial, which I'll put a link up to it now. If you want to watch it on best shutter speed for waterfall photography, it's not what you think. If you like photographing waterfalls and wanting to know what is the best shutter speed, take a look at this video. But then rain came, I packed up, but it gave me an idea. When we come to a waterfall, a lot of time we have a one-track mind. I don't know about you, but I used to be like that. I used to have a one-track mind. Okay, I'm going to drive 2 hours. I'm going to photograph this waterfall. Snap, 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 landscape, portrait, beauty. I've got what I want, drive home. Have you ever thought that you're missing out on something? I never thought I was missing out on something until one day I went to a waterfall and I knew it'd been raining like it has been at the moment, like for 2 weeks. And I thought like, yeah, no sweat. I couldn't get to the waterfall. I had driven 2.5 hours down to Queensmary Falls and I couldn't take any photos. I was so disappointed. I just sat on the edge of the creek and thought like, oh, what a waste of time. Then I started looking around, looking at the water, like around the creek, and I go like, Charles, you're missing out. You're missing out on some great photography. And I spent like an hour and a half just walking along the creek, photographing like just the creek, just the little cascades. My mood changed. It was like, wow, what have I been missing out on all these years? I've come to Queensmary Falls so many times, photographed the falls. I'd never photographed the creek. How silly of me. And this is a trait that sometimes we get into. We have a one-track mind. We have an idea of what we want. Now sure, for other types of photography or for astro, you might say, okay, well, there's only one type of photo I can take here. There's nothing in surrounds, it's dark. But other times, especially when it comes to waterfalls, for landscape photography, look around, open your eyes, look outside your little box, and you might find that the photos that you've taken might be unique, but they will be so different. And when you post them onto your website or onto social media, people will go like, where is this? You've put Queensmary Falls. That is not Queensmary Falls. You put in the comment, it is. It's just a little bit further up the creek. People will say like, wow, I never knew this existed. We just went straight to Queensmary Falls. This morning, I was doing a YouTube tutorial to come here to Greens Falls. And I did that. But as I walked down, I go like, hey, I'm not going to miss this golden opportunity. The weather's really good for photographing, moving water nearly all through the day. I'm going to make the most of it. My time is limited. Your time is limited. So when you go somewhere, for example, you come to Greens Falls, it's just over a 1 kilometer walk and you're walking through the forest. You can see the creek when it comes very close to the end here. There's bracken fern, there's tree ferns, there's heaps of areas just like this here that you could capture some great photos. I'm not saying don't photograph the waterfall. I wouldn't come all the way to Greens Falls here not to photograph the waterfall. Photograph the waterfall. But then once you've got your shots, how many shots of a waterfall do you need? Half a dozen? A dozen? Different orientations, landscape, portrait. Then say, okay, well, I've seen a couple of spots here along the creek. Look at this beautiful bracken fern. We can see the water underneath here. Take a look at this photo. It was taken right where my camera is videotaping me now. I took one in landscape orientation, one in portrait orientation. Then I moved up a little bit further and I go like, wow, look at this. All these rocks on one side and mud. Yep, mud, clay mud, because we've had so much rain. It's just cut into the bank. The contrast is unreal. And then we've got some bracken fern on top. Spent a bit of time composing. It is such a cool image. Look what I would have been missing out on if I had just gone to the waterfall, done my YouTube, and then as I'm walking back like, oh, you know, I'm too tired. It's not as good as a waterfall. I'm just going to head home. You would have missed out on some great photos. So motivate yourself. Look around, say, I'm here. No need to drive back another day. I'm going to spend some time exploring this creek and go away with some great photos. This is just food for thought for you. If you found value in the video, give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. Really helps me out. It helps my channel be seen by more people so I can help more people just like you. Enjoy your waterfall photography, spend some time while you're on the way or on the way back looking around, and you'll be amazed at the photos you get. Bye for now.